Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. You may be thinking, Benson, it looks a bit clean behind you. We've got some foamy tiles. This is officially the first video recorded in the new studio. I know you lot are going to be thinking, well, come on, give us a little teaser. Give us a little showcase of what's going on. You don't want to see it. It's a bloody building site, but this wall is going to be one of the multiple GBFC sets for the 23-24 season, and I thought, what better way to christen the new studio, office, whatever you want to call it, than by doing a totally different video, a new concept, a new style, and something that we can do quite often, a Chelsea squad depth chart. These are quite cool. I've seen a couple of other YouTubers do this for England in the build-up to the World Cup. I've seen a couple others do it for their teams as well. We're going to go through position by position. We're going to do defenders, including keepers, midfielders, and then attackers, looking at the current squad depth in the Chelsea squad. And when we put them in like a little list, we've got a colour coding scheme. We've got green, which is a good option. They're in the squad, they're ready. Yellow is currently unsure, and blue is space for a new signing. It's going to look a bit like this graphic on the screen here. And we are going to start with the defenders slash the goalkeepers. Now, it's quite beautiful here, doesn't it? Looking at the keepers first of all, we got Kepa as first choice goalie. That's okay for now. That seems to be what Poch wants. Maybe with the new signing as the second choice goalkeeper to put pressure on Kepa, and then if that second choice keeper makes the right moves to take Kepa out of the number one, Marcus Bettinelli is there for the vibes. He's the third choice goalkeeper in my opinion. But I do think Chelsea, the goalkeeping position, when you look at what has made Liverpool so good, Alisson's magnificent. Man City, a lot of people don't like Ederson, but I think he's a good goalie. Even Arsenal, Aaron Ramsdale has become such a big player for them over the course of last season. Left back, when we look at this one, we've got Chile at the top. I've put Maatsen in second. I've given Cucurella an unsure yellow colour because as much as I think he'll still be higher than Lewis Hall, I think Lewis Hall's a good option at left back, but I still think Cucurella is the weak link in the Chelsea defence. It always comes back to what we spent on him, but at the same time, the amount of errors that we see that ends up leading to goals, I'm not sure, but we certainly don't need to invest in this position. The right back position, James and Gusto, those guys are absolutely fantastic. In terms of right back depth or wing back depth, Chelsea have got the best right side, in my opinion, in Europe right now. Centre back positions, we've got Badiashile and Colwill left. We've got Silva Chalobah currently in the right centre back with Alfie Gilchrist, and Bashir Humphreys is currently the unsure ones. They're on the pre-season tour, but are they going to make it into Pochettino's final squad for the Premier League in the 23-24 season? I think if something happens with Chalobah, which it definitely could do from what the news has been surrounding Chelsea and potential sales this week, if Chalobah goes, then looking at this depth, there is not enough depth there. Whether we're playing a back two, a back three, there is not enough centre-backs of high enough quality at the club. Wesley Fofana I've not included because for the 23-24 season, that man's not going to be around the squad whatsoever. Unfortunately, he's going to be out for the whole year. And when we look at this, there's only really the goalkeeper that we need to strengthen in. If Chalobah goes, then the right centre-back position, there's going to be another new signing there as well. The whole idea behind this video is to really illustrate where we're at right now with Pochettino's squad and also make it look a bit more visually obvious as to where we need to strengthen. So, let's move into the midfield. I've based all of this on Pochettino favouring a 4-2-3-1 formation. Obviously in possession, out of possession, it looks different. Chelsea attacking, defending to retrieve possession is obviously different also. But the midfield is where we've got too many colours. For this stage of the season, we want to have every single one of these boxes here in this depth chart green. Chelsea and Pochettino need to know that we've got backup, we've got quality, and we've got players that are assured in that position. Enzo really is the only senior midfielder currently at the club that we can say we're sure about. I think Gallagher, at this point, based on no new signings, Gallagher will probably be Enzo's partner, but we have seen that doesn't work. Gallagher as a pivot is not the way to get the best out of Connor. In a 3, where he can be one of those dynamic 8s who rotates with another 8 who goes back and forward, that works. But for Chelsea, I think Andre Santos, who probably right now is second in the pecking order, is currently a starter for me. And the fact that he's only flipping 18, 19 years old, has just arrived from Brazil. Is this going to be enough for Chelsea Football Club? No, it's not. We have got the potential of 2 midfield signings here. We've got a new signing in the left side and the right side position in this depth chart. We've got Cassidy in there as well, but I'm still not 100% sure that Pochettino will carry both Santos and Cassidy in the squad this season. I think there is definitely the option to send one of them out on loan, but right now it isn't possible. I've put unsure, not because I'm unsure that Cassidy's good enough, but at this point I think Santos will more likely be definitely staying, and then Cassidy hopefully gets to stay in the squad as well. I really want to see both of these two in the squad next season, the same way that I want to see Conor Gallagher in the squad for next season as well. I'm sweating buckets in here. I've got to replace this aircon unit. It's bloody hot. Into the attack. Now we can see here, there's a lot of greens. Sterling could be one in that right wing position that I'm unsure about, only because I'm not impressed with what I've seen from Raheem Sterling. When we look here at the depth, you've got Jackson, who is absolutely the #1 striker for me right now. I just cannot wait to see him play football for Chelsea again. Armando Broja, when he comes back from the injury, I'm excited to see what he can do as well. I think he's one of those players that will absolutely thrive playing in a Pochettino's system. Christopher Nkunku can also start, and then I have put a new signing potentially at the striker position, because we've heard a lot about Chelsea maybe still in the market for a striker during this window. The central attacking midfield position, I also think needs a signing. Christopher Nkunku has been brought in probably to be a second striker behind a Jackson, a Broja, with Chukwuemeka a very solid option in that attacking midfield role. I could have probably included Gallagher in that position as well, but considering behind him in the pivot position, the 2-6s or whatever it is currently known as in the modern game, I just think Gallagher's more likely to play deeper and arrive later than be one of those men who's expected to be that final pass link up with the striker. Madueke, I am excited to see him back in a Chelsea shirt again. I think we saw glimpses at the end of last season that he's going to be an exciting player. You've got Mudryk and Ian Maatsen currently in the left wing positions. We pretty much know that Angelo Gabriel is going to be going on loan. I also think Moreira just doesn't have the quality right now to be included in the 23-24 squad, which maybe leaves us to think, is there going to be more attacking signings? Because when you look overall here at this Chelsea squad, there are a few positions that are unsure, and when you add up all of these players together, it goes above the 25-man squad, but Chelsea can also have under 21 players included outside of that number, as far as I'm aware. So when we look at this, 5 new signings I have currently got in this squad depth chart video. And currently, Jackson is the only one, Nkunku, Gusto, they're all through the door, but we knew about these before, and we could have done this depth chart video in May, and it probably would have looked similar. So hopefully, from this video, you guys can see that Chelsea are pretty desperate right now to get business done. There are still players that have green on them in this squad depth chart that Chelsea may sell, which means for the rest of the transfer window, we've got to be really busy. I think Pochettino, in the early phases here of his time at Chelsea Football Club, has shown that he's already instilling a different work ethic. Chelsea look to be playing with an intensity, a tempo, a dynamism that we've struggled to see from any Chelsea team in the past couple of years. Even in that Champions League winning run under Thomas Tuchel, we weren't playing blistering attacking football. The combinations in the final third have seemed so seamless in the early stages of this pre-season that I feel as though this is the window that we just have to get it right. Caicedo, if you haven't seen the video that I posted earlier today, I was talking about Chelsea's 4th bid for Moises Caicedo being rejected by Brighton. He is the immediate one that when you look at those 2 midfield signings that we need, if we're going to be playing with a 4-2-3-1 for the majority of the season, Caicedo is that one to immediately come in and be at the top of this depth list alongside Enzo Fernandez together. I really think that those two playing together will be absolutely special. And the best part about it is you've got players there that could potentially stay at Chelsea for 10 years, playing at the very top of Premier League football at our club. So let me know. I didn't want to just drag this video out today. I didn't want to make it unnecessarily long, because we talk about the news every day. We talk about what we want. We talk about what we need. We talk about what's leaving. And I wanted to really make this as like a visual representation and to get your thoughts in the comments down below about not only what I say here about who I think is a good option for said position, but suggest new signings for all of the positions you think need strengthening in the comments down below. Do want to say a massive thank you for all the love and support in all the videos recently. It's been amazing here on GBFC. And once this studio starts to become more of a studio, we're going to do a couple of different sets. We're going to have a little podcast sofa so that we're doing live streams at the games and get guests involved. It's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you are new. Telegram link, top of the description. Hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. And I'll see you guys later. Come on, you Blues.